I've noticed a commonality between many of my hypnotherapy clients. I'll ask them what they want from the session, and they will reply with everything they don't want for themselves. For instance, I don't want to feel anxious around people. I don't want to be overweight. I don't want to be alone. So without realizing it, they're constantly rehearsing the reality they don't want. And if you do this in your own mind, you will remain stuck. The reason is you haven't told your mind what you do want, what you prefer instead of what you currently have. So how can it help you get there? It says, I know you don't want these things, but I don't know how to help you. So it sits there waiting for the moment you will provide it direction. Does this sound familiar to you? Is there a problem in your life you've dealt with for months, maybe even years? Looking back, do you spend more time focused on the problem or the life you'd prefer? So what should you do instead? Change your focus. Start tuning into what you do want. When you notice yourself thinking about something you don't want, ask yourself, what is it that I do want? What is it that I prefer? Focus on that instead. And it's helpful to imagine yourself already having these things. If you want to be more motivated, for instance, see a version of yourself that is already more motivated, and imagine all the things they would be getting done. Why is this important, you might ask? Well, if your mind is aware of what you prefer, it can help you. Your subconscious mind is powerful, and it's constantly scanning your surroundings, looking for opportunities, people, ideas, solutions that might help you. An advertisement for a local gym, perhaps. A house for sale in the exact neighborhood you've been looking for. A Facebook group where you might meet someone special. It can constantly be on the lookout for these things, but only if it knows what you want. If you never tell it where you're trying to go, it doesn't know what to look for. I have an astounding story that illustrates this point. I had a hypnotherapy client who was stuck in a care facility that she hated. Her husband could no longer take care of her at home because of a heart condition, so she had no choice. We tried to figure out a way to get her out of there, to no avail. For 3 or 4 sessions, we worked on changing how she felt about being there, but nothing really seemed to work. In the next session, I changed tactics. I asked her, where would you rather be instead? She thought about it and smiled a little bit and said, I want to be back home playing my piano. In that session, we focused on getting her to visualize the life she preferred. The next time she came in, she told me that her and her husband might be moving. I asked her where. She said they got a call a few days after our last session, a call from a low-income housing facility they signed up for 9 years earlier. She said a house just opened up there, and if they qualified, they would be moving. They did get accepted and did make the move. The housing was on Coronado Island in San Diego, California, a beautiful place to live. That was the last time I saw her and her husband. The husband had made her a promise. The promise was to make sure they found her a facility she liked on Coronado Island, and that he would do his best to bring her home when he could. Now you can make what you want of this story. It could have been luck, it could have been good timing, or maybe her higher self found a way out for her. But the astounding thing to me was that the answer was found. An answer that we struggled to figure out ourselves but couldn't. An answer that seemed to fall into her lap after shifting her focus towards what she wanted, what she preferred. Now the point isn't that if you shift your focus towards what you want, everything will suddenly fall in your lap. But one thing I'm confident about is this. These things are far less likely to happen when you're constantly focused on the problem. When you begin expecting positive outcomes, you become more available to them. You start noticing possibilities that were always there. You become willing to move towards what feels right. And sometimes answers appear that you could have never planned for yourself. So instead of saying, I'm tired of being anxious, shift and say things like, I'm working towards a more calm life. Or, I expect to find the healing I've been looking for to bring me peace. Your mind and higher self can then kick into gear and provide assistance when the time is right. If nothing else, shift your mind to believe you can achieve what you want. Stop talking about what you don't want all the time and start expecting things that you do want to enter your life. Then follow your intuition and allow yourself to be led to the answers that are meant for you. The most important part is when you find something that feels right for you, follow through with action. Do yourself a favor. Stop struggling so much. Stop focusing on your issues so much. Start focusing on solutions and get a clear picture of what you want for yourself. Then you may get assistance from your mind and your higher self. You don't have to figure everything out for yourself. It isn't you against the world. Maybe the world is helping you more than you think. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will do my best to provide clarity. I wish you success. Thank you for watching. Take care.